Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe. Brock Lesnar returns on Raw, so does Emma, but to a much, much lesser extent, and a comedy bear wrestles a match. I'm Ollie Davis, and this is the 12th of June 2017 edition of Monday Night Raw in about 4 minutes. 2.5 months after winning the Universal Championship and defending the belt across the United Federation of Planets, Brock Lesnar finally showed up on WWE TV, opening Monday Night Raw with a Paul Heyman-led promo. It's a shame Heyman wasn't wearing a neck brace, the cell being choked out by Samoa Joe the previous week. Joe soon came down to show Brock he ain't afraid of no beast, squaring up face to face and then striking first with a mean-looking headbutt. The two then had a great pull-apart brawl, with Kurt Angle sending down Raw's mid-card to keep them apart after the usual WWE security goons were destroyed. After last week's great promo, the Joe vs Brock feud is now 2 for 2 in fantastic segments. An angle so good, the Raw writers took the rest of the night off, going home and letting Gary from catering book the rest of the episode. As great as the segment was, it would have been so much better as a hot close to the night. A confrontation between two unstoppable heavyweights built throughout the show. Lesnar tearing through the roster and holding Raw hostage until he got Joe in the ring. Instead, because the show's second and third hours were up against the NBA playoff finals, the Brock-Joe segment opened Raw, leaving the rest of the night with an impossible act to follow. So why even bother? Like the never-ending help us we're stuck in limbo feud of Dean Ambrose and The Miz. Elias Samson beat Ambrose after some Miz interference, which Kurt berated the A-lister about afterwards. Miz rightfully blamed Angle for Ambrose ruining his Intercontinental title celebration the previous week, so Kurt replied, "If you've got a problem with Dean, do something about it." The Miz doing something about it, Kurt, is exactly why you were just shouting at him. Cedric Alexander beat Noam Dar in under 10 seconds because Alicia wouldn't end her FaceTime call with Dar. Yes, this was as annoying as it sounds. Neither Roman Reigns or Finn Balor appeared on Raw, showing how little faith WWE had in the episode's chances against the NBA. Instead, both men got promo packages, with Roman's teasing a big SummerSlam announcement for next Monday. After Bray Wyatt cost Seth Rollins the main event last week, the two confronted each other with words. Some of those words were good words, and most of those words were well delivered. Unfortunately though, I just don't care about any of those words. Wyatt disappeared with a blah to end up on the Titantron. Ooh. Apollo Crews beat Kalisto in another never-ending repetitive feud. Titus O'Neil welcomed a reluctant Akira Tozawa to his brand, which actually made for some rather goofy fun. 3 baby faces and 3 heels are cutting an in-ring promo. Guess where this is going? Holla holla. One of those wrestlers was a returning from injury Emma. Again. For like the 17th time in the last 9 months. The big angle on her return, tapping to the bank statement after Alexa Bliss left her teammates high and dry. Bayley did a pre-taped sit-down interview with Corey Graves in a segment not so wisely entitled Bayley Extreme Disappointment. They attempted to get over Bayley's noble character, but ended up just making her look creepy, awkwardly hugging Graves at the end. After Miz failed to recruit Heath Slater to his entourage, the A-lister had to find a mystery partner for their resulting tag match. It ended up being the guy in the bear suit from last week's Intercontinental title celebration. At some point, Ambrose switched with the guy in the suit and cost Miz the match. Which means Ambrose attacking Miz should have been a DQ, as he wasn't in the original "Why am I picking holes in a match with a comedy bear?" Neville and Rich Swann's match never got started, as the king of the cruiserweights beat down his opponent before the bell rang. Neville cut a promo afterwards on Tozawa, who looks to be the title's next challenger. The mystery plot thickens. Big Cass was found knocked out backstage before his and Enzo's match against Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Another almost too obvious clue was given as the Revival walked past in the background. Cass insisted on competing while seemingly concussed, meaning Anderson easily won. Big Show saved Enzo from a post-match beatdown, making Cass even more jealous. Raw's main event was a 2 out of 3 Falls tag title rematch with Sheamus and Cesaro defending against the Hardys. Sheamus almost immediately took the advantage, bro-kicking Jeff in a minute for the first pin. Coming off the hot tag, Matt got the second fall soon after. The match got really fun after this, with near fall after near fall, but they unfortunately went with a very lame double count-out finish. This should have opened the show, and Brock Joe should have ended it. So that was this week's Raw in about 4 minutes. I probably went a bit over. Here's the usual ratings recap from top to bottom: in awe, core, average, poor, and bore. I'll reveal my rating very shortly, but first, vote in the poll above my head to give yours. I'll announce the results in tomorrow's WrestleTalk news. Well done, WWE! Your ability to consistently not follow up on hot angles is unparalleled in storytelling. While the Joe Brock segment was executed perfectly, it came at the detriment of the rest of the episode, one filled with repetitive matches and barely any narrative progression. This week's Raw is poor. Goldberg has teased a return to WWE, and is Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar actually a good idea? Luke and I talk just that in Wrestle Ramble. Click the videos to the left to watch more, press subscribe, and support WrestleTalk on Patreon. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.